Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome back to another video of mine. Um this is it. This is so exciting. It really is because I'm working on myself, being a little bit of consistency. Well, I'm working on myself on being consistent. I don't know if what I said previously didn't make sense, but it came out weird. But I am so happy to be here. I'm just very thankful and grateful because it's like I'm doing it. You know what I mean? I'm creating this time. I'm choosing to be consistent in what I love to do, and I feel like that is the most powerful thing that I can ever do for myself. I mean, that's the most powerful, significant effort of self-love, that I have for myself, and I'm implementing it. I'm doing it. So I'm so excited. So I remember I did a video last week about abundance, power, and authority in the spiritual 8-year and the spiritual work necessary to do it in order to receive the abundance that we truly desire. And in that, you know what I mean, I've been able to initiate a lot of healing in a lot of different ways pertaining to different aspects to what I came here to do. You know what I mean? Like what is the life path, that I truly desire within my heart to do, that makes me happy, makes me fulfilled, no matter what anybody else says, no matter what anybody else does. I mean, what's truly me, you know what I mean? Like, what is something that I can bring that is completely me, 100% me, and I get admired for it, you know what I mean? I get loyalty and appreciation and, like a level of respect and recognition for who I am. Like, what is that, And in a lot of ways, I have, reflected on what being successful really means to me. In what ways do I equate certain things that I do as being successful? In a lot of ways, I feel like doing, meditation, doing, introspective work, and following my intuition as being successful. Like that makes me successful even though others can't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like relationships, having a healthy marriage, relationships with friends, spouses, partners, that is a certain level of success. What about on the material and financial aspect? What is that? How is successful? Like, what does that success look like for me? The ways to spend money, you know what I mean? And if I had $1 million even today, how would I spend that money? And do I embody that energy of what I would do now with or without it, of how I would spend the money? I feel like it's very important. It's such an amazing transformational process in your own mental habits, and the way you think and the way you process your life and the way that you do on a daily basis in the way that you desire yourself to be. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like I do that on a daily basis because I'm creating change within my own life, and I can feel it, I can see it, and because of that, I believe it. I believe in myself to such an extent that it's like, wow, like I'm this powerful. And a lot of times when I'm in meditation, man, I sit back after I just receive everything, after I just experience what I experience, and I'm like, whoa, like this is powerful. Like, this is like, oh my God, like it's almost like how it would feel if someone would give me $1 million just off the street, like, hey, I have this $1 million, I'm doing this thing, so here you go, I'm just gonna give it to you, and I'm like, oh my God, what? Like, really? For real? At first I kind of question it, like, why are you giving this to me? But ultimately it's like, because I'm just that powerful, you know what I mean? Like, I've been doing what I've been doing, I've been doing what I love, and I've been consistent out of it, and I deserve it. I deserve $1 million, you know what I mean? I deserve it, because I put in the time to make sure I just align myself with what I need to do, especially on a soul level, with my heart, what makes me happy. Because honestly, when you think about life, it has its challenges. It's gonna happen. That's the main reason why we're here. We came back into this dimension because we have spiritual work to do. We have things that our souls want us to go through in order to feel fulfilled. And when I'm doing that work and I see it, and I feel it and I see the transformation process, it's like, wow, like I just really, I'm just in awe. I'm in awe and I'm in admiration, and it's quite comforting and relieving. A lot of times we feel like we always have to have things figured out. We have to know logically the step-by-step process and the whole thing, and a lot of times, it's actually not that way. Everything is spiritual before it is physical. So sometimes it's good not to know, because a lot of times your mind can't mentally perceive it. And it's so comforting, relieving, because it's like, with understanding your spiritual connection, and understanding your path, you're able to understand, oh, okay, like I received the vision, I received the energy that I am to be embodying, and therefore all I got to do is follow that, and everything will be provided for, because there is a whole divine plan. There is a whole divine plan for you. And it's almost like when you're a child and your mom tells you to do something, and you're like, why do I gotta do that? And she's just like, just do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't got time to explain to it, just do it. And then you do it, and then through the experience of doing it, it's like, oh, okay, like it would just sometimes be too much to explain why you need to do something. And I feel like that's, in certain ways, the way Spirit speaks is just like, look, do this, you know what I mean? Do this. With aligning yourself and knowing the energy, you're able to do it with fully trusting, you know what I mean? And it really boosts confidence. Like, for real, it boosts confidence in the things that you do, no matter what anybody says, because you've experienced yourself. I was gonna say imagined it, but imagined it, envisioned it, received the information that aligns with it, from the spiritual to the physical, and seeing the connection. And I feel like that's the most powerful thing. That's just the most powerful thing. This week has been very chaotic. It's been chaotic. I mean, I've emotionally been going through it, but through the process, even going through the different emotions, there's a certain level of gratitude that I've been able to just embody. I feel like one of the most hardest things when you're going through certain emotions, is just accepting them, and then also being grateful for them. A lot of times if we feel any pain, feel any hurt, feel any fear, sometimes we just run away from it. We're just like, nah, like, I'm not trying to deal with this. Like, no, this is too much. Like, but when you actually allow yourself to feel, and dive deep into your emotions and understand them and let them guide you, find strength in those emotions, is when, you realize first of all, how little those emotions are, but at the same time, how massive, they are in your ascension process. You know what I mean? Because it's like, have you ever seen those like memes where like, it's like someone's like digging through the tunnel, right? And they've been digging and digging and digging, and then, they just give up because they're like, man, I'm tired. I've been digging. I've been doing all this work, and I haven't seen nothing. And in the picture, you see, if they just would have dug a little bit further, they would have received that diamond or that gold, or I don't know. I have a vague image in my head of something that I've seen, and it's like, it's that same way. A lot of times we give up so quickly, because we don't hold the vision, we don't hold that embodiment of that energy of what we know to be true for ourselves. And a lot of times I feel like the reason why we do that is because we lack that spiritual connection. When we lack the embodiment of who we truly are. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like through meditation, okay? Through going through the spiritual work, you actually begin to receive the true essence of who you are. And I want to give an example because, man, it is so powerful. It is so powerful. If anybody has ever received, or not received, watched the Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's this like kids Nickelodeon TV show. If you haven't watched it, please do so. As I explain certain things about it, I'll try to put like pictures, so you can receive the mental image and all those things and connect what I'm talking about. So in Avatar: The Last Airbender, Aang, he's the Avatar, right? And when he goes into certain meditations, when he goes to sleep, sometimes he'll wake up unknowingly or unconsciously, and he'll go on these spirit journeys with all these creatures and animals, and they're almost like spirit guides in a way, and some are temporary, and then he has this like when he goes into meditation and he goes to visit like his past lives, it's like everything reflects like all that is like exactly the things that you can experience in meditation. So when he goes into the avatar state, he literally like will connect with his his past lives, the other avatars that came previously, and you have, what is it, Avatar Zuko or the Fire Lord, I forgot, it's not Zuko, but the Fire Lord, the previous past life that he's been through, they went on a journey, they saw the history, they saw what was happened previously, and how it kind of had a domino effect in what he needs to do in this past life. And it's like the same thing with the other one. It's like this it's this earth element woman, I can't remember, warrior Kiyoshi or something like that. And she, like, there's something happening previous in this actual lifetime, and he goes back and he talks to her, and he understands the true knowledge, what truly happened, what was the actual thing, because there was a whole thing, I'm going off, but there was like a whole thing. But my point is that in meditation, or when he actually chooses to connect with himself, he's able to tap into himself in a deeper level, to where he can actually understand the whole process, his whole vision, everything that he's going through, and why, and realize the true purpose, especially on a soul level. And that's one thing about it, is that I feel like with the Avatar TV show, it really gives a great concept of what it is, to have spiritual guides around you, and how they're here to support you, give you give you knowledge, give you messages and wisdom, and help give insight to your purpose here. Okay, there's an image of the Avatar, or at least the scene, where he's looking back and he sees all the past lives that he has before him. He sees to all the spirits, the people that he can tap into, because he is connected to them. You know what I'm saying? To receive that knowledge, to receive that inspiration, to receive the insight for what he needs to go through. You know what I mean? Because during the time that, the Avatar was going through some things and understanding, his fears, his insecurities, what he's trying to do, you know what I mean? He is going off in these adventures and receiving knowledge about it, receiving, that insight in order for him to just conquer his fears, in order for him to move forward with what his soul desires. Because a lot of times, like mentally, emotionally, he did not want to be the Avatar. He did not want to fulfill his purpose. But when he went through his emotions, and he actually like accepted those emotions and was open to receive information, he was able to conquer it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how powerful it is. I mean, a lot of times, meditation is like underrated, heavily underrated. Like people can talk about meditation, be like, oh yeah, I know it's good for you. And it's like, yeah, it's good for you, but it's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level. You can literally experience anything. And the reason why I even bring this up is because I tapped into a lot of past life information. I was able to understand a lot of information about myself that connected me to other parts of myself that, I was like kind of familiar with, but like I really received knowledge of, That is the main thing that I want to share. There's so much prosperity that comes with working with the spiritual aspects of yourself. So much prosperity, beyond, money, beyond, like all the nice luxurious things. Like, there's fulfillment. My whole point in expressing this is that we all have an innate journey that we're on based upon our own individual soul, and what we desire to do. And I feel like that's so prominent right now in everything that I'm experiencing and everything that I'm doing. And I'm very grateful for it. I'm very grateful for it, because I can hold on to the vision. I can hold on to the vision. Whew. Man, oh man, I hope I explained everything. because that's literally what I've been going through, or not going through, but what I've been receiving and feeling and understanding a lot more in this past week. And I hope everybody, resonates with this. I know I'm not for everybody, but whoever watches this, may you receive insight, knowledge, information, and may this, guide you along the way on your spiritual journey and on your path. Because it's awesome. It's awesome. It's so awesome. Okay, I'm posting every week. Okay, so be sure to click that notification button. Please subscribe, like, comment if you desire. If you feel called to, I would love to hear from you and connect with you. And just receive your energy, receive your thoughts. Your interpretation, what you receive personally from everything that I said. So yes, I'll see you in my next video, and y'all have a prosperous week. Bye.